I'm Lorraine Sink, host and writer of The Watcher, and I am here brought to you by Marvel Contest of Champions. I am Lorraine Sink, host and writer of Marvel's The Watcher, joined by
Blake Garris, and we are joined by
Zach Oat from Diamond Select Toys.
Yay.
How you doing?
good friend of Marvel, good friend of all of us. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
How's the con been so far for you?
Day one, already busy and crazy. It's a crazy busy day, but a lot of new stuff on display, and just excited to be showing new Marvel products to people.
First things first, we got to say these two toys that you have been seeing all con so far, and you will see for the rest of the con, are graciously provided by Zach.
And Spider-Man loves it because he's like in full lounge mode all the time.
You're very posable.
He is relaxing up there.
And you also have more.
I brought a couple of the new guys we're working on. One of the new ones that hit the stores recently is the Zombie Magneto figure.
That's
awesome. From the Zombie Villains line of Marvel Select. We're going to be making more of these down the road. But
I saw this earlier. I didn't know you took it.
Yeah, no, the helmet comes off. He's got a crazy zombie head under there, and he comes with a little base with Green Goblin's arm there. You can see that.
And if you guys have questions or comments for us, you can tweet them to us on the Twitter box and just hashtag MarvelNYCC, and we'll answer them right here live on the show.
Send them in, send them in. This is one of the ones we're showing off for the first time. We're going to be opening this up for pre-order soon. It's Carnage. And he's going to come with a bunch of interchangeable hands and heads. If you see our classic Venom figure that we did, it's very much like that. Same sculptor, Gene St. Jean, very talented guy. You see the Cletus Cassidy head there, and another alternate look for Carnage right there.
Are these prototypes?
This one is actually production, because this is
so
yeah, you can move him around. This guy, his arms may come off because he's still prototype, but the Magneto is in stores now. And the
Asgardian Angel says, I think the microphones went off. If you can't hear us, tweet us and tell us you can hear us, and if you can hear us, say, I hear you. But we'll try to work that out. So we'll keep rolling in the meantime. Hopefully you guys can hear us, or some of you can. Maybe your volume's off.
I'm going to talk the regular tone of voice because I don't want to talk too loud and have one guy whose microphone works.
This anyway, so at least we have something.
Well, our Guardians of the Galaxy mini-mates are hitting comic shops and specialty stores now too. So we have Gamora and Nebula are showing up in 2-packs with the Nova Corps Centurion here. He comes with Gamora, and the Sakaar Trooper, the Sakaaran, who comes with Nebula. So you can get those at comic shops, specialty stores, all sorts of different places. We're showing off some more of our Marvel retro figures now at the booth.
These are great.
This is one figure based on the original 1970s Marvel figures, and then we give you new heads and new costumes so you can update them for a more modern look or do your alter ego thing with Peter Parker. We got Captain America, and we're going to be doing Wolverine. These are all going to start rolling out into this year.
And Daniel would like to know, Zach, what would you say is your favorite toy?
My favorite toy that we make? Well, I love the 1970s stuff. The Marvel Amigos are a soft place in my heart. But the Marvel Selects, we just keep making. They making better and better figures. This Gene St. Jean keeps knocking out of the park with the additional parts and stuff like that. The sculpt on this is sick.
Yeah, that's incredible sculpting.
And mini-mates are just so much fun. It's really I don't have an answer. I love them all so much. Mini-mates are just a heck of a lot of fun, and I've loved them since they started making them like 11 years ago now. This is series, I think, 57, and we're going to be debuting series 60 this weekend.
Well, since it's Thursday and there's 3 more days of the con, what fans who are going to show up the next couple of days, how can they find you, or do you have any panels? Or
we got a panel today at 5 o'clock. There's going to be a lot of our DST stuff, and then we're going to have a Mini-Mates panel on Saturday at 4:15. We're also going to have a signing with a Mini-Mates designer. But our booth is 1736. Come by. We got lots of new stuff on display, and yeah.
And thank you guys for telling us. You can hear us now. Thank you. That's awesome. We also have a question coming in. I know my wallet's going to be smaller, says Zathar, but any female figures coming soon?
Female figures. We are working on a female figure in the Marvel Select line for 2015, absolutely. And we have a couple of cool female figures coming up in the Mini-Mates line as well. They're going to be part of Series 60. So we're going to be debuting very soon, on Saturday. In fact, we're going to announce it on Saturday at the panel and have them on display at the booth. But for Select, we do definitely have a couple of women, at least one woman coming up in 2015.
Nice.
How many cons do you go to a year?
We do New York, we do San Diego, and we do C2E2 in Chicago. It's a real fun show. And then we do, right here in the Javits, we do New York Toy Fair every February. It's not for fans, it's for toys, press and for toy buyers for different stores. And it's a very different setup from this. It's not quite so busy. It's a lot of private rooms and stuff, top secret stuff going on in there, showing off things from the 2015 movies. We're going to be showing off all of our, stuff for Avengers and stuff, Avengers Age of Ultron, things like that. So some top secret stuff in February, but you'll probably see it, shortly after that in the spring.
I know for sure that some of the cast members have seen their Minimates. Have the Karen Gillan or Zoe Saldana seen theirs?
I don't know if they have seen theirs. I know that you were kind enough to deliver a Drax to Bautista, and
he loved it.
And Michael Rooker, has his Yondu. So they seem to like them. I know that I think we were the only people to do a Yondu. So
yeah.
I'm glad we can make one for Michael. And if Zoe's listening, Zoe, I will send you a Minimate. Karen, I have Minimates for you. Please call me, and I will send the Minimates to you.
It was funny at San Diego. Michael's manager is a good friend of mine. She was like, "I have to get this Yondu toy," and I was bugging you all weekend about. It was the prototype. You were going to give it to him.
It was when they just come out there because he's only at Toys R Us, and he'd just come out, and I didn't have any samples on me. I only had the prototype one they had in the case. I said, "You can have it. We don't need it anymore. They exist. I just don't have any, and there's no Toys R Us near the convention center to go buy him one." But I think we ended up getting him a few. I think I ended up sending some out to him, so hopefully he got what he needs.
And thank you for that.
We have a couple tweets coming in. Comic Book Bro said, "Zach looks like Wolverine. Look out for Charles Soule. He is writing Death of Wolverine, so be wary." Also, we have a question here. Sophia would like to know, are these toys available outside of the U.S., and if so, where can we buy them? Good stuffs.
I believe the Marvel Selects are distributed internationally, not globally, but definitely the UK and I believe possibly some South American countries. I'm not sure of every country on that. It does occasionally change from contract to contract, but Minimates I know are not cleared for certain countries, but I think you should be able to get them in U.S. and Canada at least. So Canadian fans, but I think there's some countries that do not get the Marvel Minimate line.
Is there anything else that you can mention that you're selling? I know you've been through a lot of stuff at Marvel-wise that you're selling at the booth. We've
got a whole array of select figures at the booth, 1736. We got a whole bunch of them on display. We got a whole bunch of Marvel Minimates for sale. We've got, I believe we might even have some of our silicone trays. We make silicone ice cube trays for with different logos and stuff. This is our first Marvel gelatin mold, the Spider-Man head gelatin mold. So this is still upcoming. It's close to final, but it's not quite out yet. But we've got we're working on a Deadpool ice tray. We've got the Avengers logo and Captain America's shield and Thor's hammer and all sorts of cool stuff.
Bottle openers?
Bottle openers, we got a lot of those on sale. We have Ghost Rider, Thor's hammer, a lot of different ones.
What about the Infinity Gauntlet?
The Infinity Gauntlet we might be actually sold out at. That's one of our most popular bottle openers ever, the Infinity Gauntlet bottle opener. I think we actually don't have any here at the show, but we do have some of the other ones.
I have one at my desk and everybody touches
it. I had to get
it's germ infected, the one you sent me.
Yeah, I wouldn't use that to open drinks anymore. You got to sterilize that first. But no, I had to get Marvel.com everything they need.
Such a sweet guys. I'm serious.
Not a Skeleton is saying, "I have a huge collection of these toys," so he's very excited. Also, Ranker Comics would like to know, do you ever get spoiled about your movie plots in your line of business?
Absolutely, all the time. Marvel lets me come in and read scripts sometimes, so I can see how I should be promoting these things down the road, planning. And script isn't always final. Some stuff changes before the screen, but sometimes I even get to see some movies before they're even totally finished. I get spoiled a lot. But it's worth it seeing the toys before they come out and all that. But I do miss that experience, like seeing what's going to happen finally and not knowing. But it's worth it.
We have about 1 minute left. I want to touch on, you're a really great photographer. I have to bring this up every time.
Every time you bring it up. I do what I can.
You take photos of Marvel figures.
The work gives me a nice camera, and I take the Disney store exclusive Marvel Selects out. Disney stores are really cool about letting me take pictures of stuff, and they use them in newsletters and stuff like that. I'm like, oh my god, they use my picture in the newsletter. It's about lying down the street.
A recent email, somebody at Disney was like, he did it again. Everything he does is fantastic.
Everything he does is magic. I can't wait to do. I just did a finished one with a new one we're going to be announcing on Marvel.com on Monday. All new Marvel Select figure announcing on Marvel.com on Monday. The photo shoot that was a lot of fun.
That's awesome. And so 30 seconds left. How can fans pick up these figures if they're not going to be at the con?
DiamondSelectToys.com has some of them available for sale. Some of the upcoming ones, we don't do pre-orders on our site, but other sites do, like Entertainment Earth or Big Bad Toy Store, or any online toy store, or your local comic shop. Just go to your comicshoplocator.com, tell them what you want, and tell them you want to get it in.
And your Twitter is?
CollectDST.
And your
or
Twitter
Minimates.
is?
Zach O. No, but I don't do. Go to CollectDST and Minimates. I use that far more often.
I like it. Thanks so much for taking the time. We appreciate it.
Oh,
and we are
you.
Marvel, your universe. With Storm.